What is up, faithful viewers? Probably only our friends and family, but you guys are still faithful viewers. We appreciate you watching. I'm your host, Nick the Shark Hurst, and sitting directly across from me via the Zoom, the one and only Joe Rich Boy
You know what, Nick? I'm so glad we're in week 1 of football, baby. It feels so good, man.
Week 1 of playoff football, sure, if you want to put it that way.
Week 1, nevertheless.
It's wild card weekend, dude. It's wild card weekend.
Wild card, bitches!
It's Charlie Day weekend. No, Charlie Day weekend, baby. How come? There's got to be a meme out there of that. If there's not, we should make it. Let's make it happen.
Yep, I got the meme generators bookmarked on my tab.
Oh, dude. Oh, did that intern? Is he working on it right now?
No, Alex. No, he's not working on it right now.
Alex, you don't pay rent, so do that.
Alex, stand yourself up and walk yourself out the fucking house because
he did this, but he went like that.
That's why I told him to stand up and get the fuck out.
All right, Joe. So we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of speculation.
Oh
this is going to be perfect for opinions mostly because it is literally going to be all opinions and speculation.
Except for facts entirely, Dan.
I do need to say one thing. We started a Twitter account at Opinions Mostly, the number 4. Opinions Mostly 4. So go follow our Twitter account. Let's get some talks on there. We want to get you guys engaged. Come on. What do you got to do? You guys want free stuff?
Celine's in the background there. She's not engaged.
Yeah. She's married. That's why. Hey! Dun, 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 dun. No, okay. All right. So that being said, that's my Twitter speech right there. Let's talk about the end of an era for lots of people. Actually, there's a whole bunch of end of eras happening right now. But the one we know for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
The one we know for sure is the one and only Derek Carr. Wow. I would say I saw this.
Are you marking?
Because I just hate being so right all the time. You know, it just, and no one listens. It's like, dude, I'm Romstradamus.
You convince yourself that you're right, even though you're wrong entirely.
I see the future. I literally called this. Dude, go back. You can tell. Oh, okay. You know,
Rodgers has gone after this last season.
Rodgers is going to go. I'm talking about Carr right now because the shitty Raiders and all their poor decisions that they make. Okay. I'm going to quote something real quick because if you haven't heard, he wrote a long breakup essay on his Instagram. I think it was his Instagram.
I didn't hear it. I read it.
You read it? Did you read it? Okay. Well, if you read it, then you don't, just shut up and don't listen to me. All right. I'm going to read you just a little part here. I once said that if I'm not a Raider, I would rather be at home, and I meant that. But I never envisioned it ending this way. That fire burning inside of me to win a championship still rages. A fire no man can extinguish, only God. So I look forward to a new city and a new team who, no matter the circumstance, will get everything I have. Winning a championship is what I've always wanted and what I will continue to work towards. God bless you all with love. DC4. Oh, I got this guy. This guy's a quack. And let me tell you right now, we better call the doctor, get him a prescription, because this guy is a quack. All right. No. I love how he's still trying. Like, bro, I mean, Joe, first of all, who do you blame in this situation? Do you blame the Raiders? I mean, it's the Raiders' fault, right?
I blame the Raiders 70-30. I think they should be completely held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they have not surrounded him with the proper pieces in place. I want to bring up some facts entirely for you, Nick.
Wait a second. Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams aren't proper pieces? Are you fucking...
Throughout the duration of his 9-year career. Derek Carr's 9 years in Oakland/Vegas, every single defense has been bottom tier, under 25, ranked out of 32. Only 1 year was his defense ranked in the top 20. It was 19th overall. He's had 4 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators. Not even Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers could survive something like that in that turmoil. Now, both can be true, where he's 0-1 in the playoffs, and he's gone through this much turnover in both players, staff, and personnel, and even ownership.
And also just the fact that his stats, like we read, 4 weeks ago, before any of this drama happened, were absolutely horrific. What are you talking about?
You can also blame that on the head coach Josh McDaniels for this year. I think
Yeah,
he
because
has
he throws the ball. He's
win.
because McDaniels throws the interceptions. That's right. I totally forgot. He says, "Hit the X button. Hit the X button now," and he
I'd
hits
love
2
to
seconds
see
late. Come on.
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, all these greats, Peyton Manning. I love to see them try to overcome what Derek Carr attempted to overcome, and give Derek Carr a lot of credit because the Raiders may have just turned their back on him, but he's always going to be a Raider in Raiders' hearts. There's no question.
I respect the guy. I just don't like him. Okay, I don't like his play. I don't like his style, and I don't think that there's. I think a lot of it has to do with him, and I think people are just blinded by like his eyeliner and how much he loves God, and they're
I
like,
want to say, I want to say something. I want to see. I would have loved to see Josh Allen have. I'm sorry. I would have loved to see Derek Carr have someone like Brian Daboll in there from day one to develop him and evolve him into an All-Pro, all like top 5, top 10 quarterback in the NFL. The way he did to Josh Allen when he came in the league in Buffalo, I would have loved to see Brian Daboll do that. Josh Allen had no turnover since he got to Buffalo and into the league. Derek Carr had to fight all the turmoil and just the terribleness of the Oakland Raiders at the time. I could compare the Oakland Raiders to the Sacramento Kings of the mid-teens. Terrible,
no.
unorganized, a lot of turnover, just a clusterfuck. No
That's
one
not
can
a
develop in an environment like that.
that's not a great argument because you could say that about half the NFL teams.
Which ones?
Okay,
Over a 9-year span? I mean, you can say that about the Cleveland
well,
Browns. I'll give you that. The Jets. I'll give you that.
maybe not 9 years, but still, you just named two like significant time. I mean, more than like 2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Like
Yeah,
go
and
even as
then
far as
you
that.
want to talk about the 4 head coaches you got to go through and 3 offensive coordinators. I mean, learning different systems. Baker Mayfield talked about that. Learning all these different systems.
So, where's your car jersey then?
I'm not a Raider fan.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I'm sorry. Are you a Peyton Manning fan? Where's your
I
jersey?
have a Manning jersey. You want to
Oh,
go get it?
oh,
I am a Manning fan. I love Peyton.
Where's your Kirk Cousins jersey? You said you had faith in him this year, didn't you?
Having faith in someone is
Oh,
different than being a fan.
the double standard there. No.
That's not a double standard. Faith fan. Faith fan.
Hmm.
I have faith in God doesn't mean I'm his biggest fan. Fuck.
Aaron on here. Maybe he could give us a little more insight in the Raiders and
I know Aaron's response. He's just gonna be like, "Blow me, blow me,
fuck you, Nick.
smash, blow me." No. All right. Well, okay. So where are we gonna put Carr? Where's Carr going? Where is he going? You get one team. We're gonna keep track of this. One team. Where's he going?
If Rodgers doesn't come here, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. I was like, where are you going with this? It's like if he goes to Green Bay, I will fucking
Rodgers
shoot.
doesn't come to this location, it's going to be Tennessee. I'm not talking about that location. He goes to
So,
Tennessee, in my opinion.
so you're literally saying Carr or Rodgers goes to Tennessee.
Yes.
Final answer.
But yeah. So 1A is Tennessee. 1B is the Jets.
Well, that's 2 answers, but okay. The Jets.
Well,
Yeah.
the first answer relies on what the other quarterback does.
I like how Zach Wilson was like, if you bring a veteran quarterback here, I'm going to make his life a living hell.
Derek Carr would cream him, and he would smoke him. There's no.
Yeah, of course. I mean, Zach's terrible, so who we kidding?
So who was Zach Wilson or Derek Carr, Nick?
I'll take Carr, okay? Okay.
Where's your Carr jersey then?
I'm not a Carr fan. Just because I would take him. Once again, your point is irrelevant. Okay, your argument is trash. All right, that's our Carr situation. Honestly,
Hold on. Where does he go? You didn't say where he goes for you.
Man, I haven't really. I want to say something, but I know you're just gonna shit on it. So it's like it's
You
pointless.
said LA Rams?
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
I think I told you the Niners.
Oh no, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way. Not with Brock Purdy
Dude,
there.
Brock Purdy and Trey Lance, they still need someone with
Veteran
bench power.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I seen him going after Chase Daniels, the trailblazer backup,
See, my argument is that he's not going to be a starter. That's my argument in the Carr.
Well, he's going to go somewhere where he's going to start. There's no.
Well,
doubt.
he's going to force himself into it, but like he's going to get benched like 10 weeks in.
All right, we'll put that. Are we put that on the record? Are we putting that on the record?
I'm just saying he left his heart in Oakland and they're the Vegas Raiders, and then he still left it in Oakland, and then he's still leaving it with the team.
So okay? So bet that, right? We're putting it on the
Yeah,
record.
sure.
All right.
You know what happens if you don't have heart for something? You lose all interest in it, and your performance goes down. If you don't care enough about music,
I
but you
think
love music,
he'll re-energize himself wherever he goes. He's
he's
a
gonna.
constant professional.
Hey, watch, and then whatever team he ends up on will play the Raiders, and he'll throw like 6 interceptions, and they'll be like, "We knew he was. Yeah, go Carr. You're still a Raider. We knew it. We love you."
Just keep that same energy next year, Nick. Next season.
Dude, hey, I was right so far, so yeah, I'll let it ride. No problem. All right. Speaking of ending eras, there's a lot of speculation. Rodgers isn't going to be back with the pack. Oh, what a fucking shit show! No, I love Rodgers. I'll always respect him. I'll support him wherever.
Really?
Just like how New England fans are with Brady. Okay,
Hmm.
they're like, oh yeah, we love Brady as long as he doesn't go to the Vikings or the Bears or
Oh, I'd love to see him pull up Brett Favre
you
2.0.
know.
That would be classic.
If he does that, I'll lose respect for him. All right.
Aaron
Like
Rodgers and Justin Jefferson.
people always say, "Oh, didn't you love Brett Favre?" I was like, "Yeah, not when he was a fucking Viking. When he was a Jet, yeah, I didn't give a shit." But like, go Favre, whatever.
I didn't go into this team because he didn't directly involve me in,
Yeah, like if the Packers aren't involved, yeah, go. I'm always going to be a Packer fan first, okay? But I like Rodgers. He's done a lot for us, okay? Do I think that he should be playing for us anymore? No, no. And that's the GM in me that would be like, get him off the team. All right, let's move on.
Look, I mean, at this point, I'll see it I'll believe it when I see it. We've gone through this 3 years in a row at least.
Yeah,
I'll believe
that's
it.
the problem.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll believe it when I see it when he moves on. Obviously, there's that rumor out there that if Rodgers does return this year, that then Jordan Love wants out
Love.
of Green Bay. He wants to go play somewhere and actually start playing. What, in his 4th year now? I think he's on his 4th.
Yeah, something like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
So he wants to start playing. And like I said, at this point, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. When I see it, I'll
Yeah,
believe it. Yeah,
that's a fair way to put it. Because yeah, he does this. That's the other thing. That's the other reason why I'm like, all right, please, like, I love you, Rodgers, but go.
yeah, and
It's like a bad breakup. It's like a breakup where she's like, I think I'm just gonna stick around a little bit longer because I need a place to stay. Fucking leave, dude.
I think he can go play somewhere else for another 2 to 3 years and be re-energized and be able to like lead them to deep stretches, i.e., Tennessee. I think he can. I think he can go to Nashville. It's a great city, great football town as well. I think he can go there and really energize the city and really get the Titans rolling.
That's what the talk is, but I mean, he's literally just going from
He's got the property there too.
the Titans. Yeah, that's true. The Titans and the Packers are very similar. They have fantastic running backs, okay? But their wide receiving core is nothing super special right now for either team. All right. Their offensive lines are both damaged.
I think the Titans' offensive line is solid. They're just injured.
Tannehill got sacked something ridiculous this year, like 30 something times, like more than that.
They were injured, yeah.
They both got to the same exact point in their run for the playoffs. Okay. It's the same team. I mean, I guess that's what he wants to do.
I also call this Aaron Rodgers situation the Green Bay Packers star quarterback syndrome. The quarterback stays there for 20 years. There's no ownership to repeat to respond to. They are the team. The team is owned by a collective union of everyone. So the ego kicks in. They're in the smallest sports market in the country. Everything revolves around the Packers 25.
I mean,
Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers is falling for the Green Bay star quarterback syndrome, similar to how Brett Favre did as well.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we got Mark Murphy to make our decisions for us, though. So,
but Aaron Rodgers can still throw his weight around and say, "I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna do this, this, and this. I want this much fucking cheddar." Pun intended.
Yeah.
And then you know what? I'll show up when I show up.
Dude,
because there's no accountability in Green Bay with the lack of the owner. You know what I mean? In a
oh
sense.
my God. I got it. I know where Rodgers gonna go. He's gonna go to Oakland and join Devontae Adams for another round of fuckery.
Oh God, with another terrible owner where he knows he could throw his weight around it.
It would be great. Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be great. Oh, and Adams would be like, Yeah, this is the kind of quarterback stability I was looking for.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Holy shit! I just broke my own mind with that. Okay. So where do you think Rogers is going to end up? You're saying the Titans, right? Final answer.
I think yeah. I think if he does eventually leave, which I like I said, I'll believe when I see
Yeah.
it. It's got to be the Titans. There's nowhere else I think I could see him unless he goes to Miami somehow. But I think that's out there.
No, no. I think Tua is going to have a rough.
We're
Well,
gonna
okay.
get
Before we jump into that, yeah, hold
there.
on,
We're gonna
hold
get there.
on. Rogers. I'm gonna say he goes to Oakland just because it's fun, just to say that.
Vegas.
It's a speculation that probably won't happen. The other thing to keep in mind with the Packers is a lot of our guys are their contracts are up, so they're all becoming free agents. Like Lazard is probably on his way out too. So there's his number 2 man just kind of walking out the front door.
He wasn't. He was very blunt about it. Shit, I don't know where I'm gonna be playing next year.
Yeah, and then Cobb, the same thing. I think Cobb's an old man. I don't think honestly. I think Cobb should just retire. I think his time is up.
Cobb
He's
will
been
probably stick around with the Packers one more year if Rodgers comes back, and then sign
yeah
a veteran minimum for $6 million or something like that.
yeah.
Lazard
If
will
Rogers
get
comes
high
back,
money. Lazard will get high money somewhere if Packers don't want to re-sign him.
yeah, and if he pops off, I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed in Rogers because I'm gonna blame Rogers for Lazard's lack of running
Targets.
routes, timing. Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's keep moving forward. We still got a lot of quarterbacks to talk about, which brings us right to where we're going with Tua, Mr. Good old Tua Tagovailoa. I love that guy. I love him to death, honestly, but injury prone. What do you got for an update, Joe?
He's not playing this weekend, Nick.
Son of a bitch. Who would have seen that coming?
I know, right?
You'd have to have a telescope.
Look,
um,
yeah, his long term availability, the best ability is availability, and his long term availability, I think, is definitely in question, and not just availability, but also his health overall. I mean, all these concussions, all these hits he's taken. You can blame Miami for not stacking him with a solid offensive line, which they probably will be addressing in the draft.
they're better, yeah.
But all the speculation. So I think he has 1 year left on his contract, and then a fifth-year option that the Dolphins can pick up the year after. So all the speculation of maybe bringing in a Derek Carr, a Tom Brady, or someone. Who knows? We'll see.
I don't know. I love Tua in on the Dolphins. I love him in primetime form. The problem with him, obviously, is he's injury prone. It's mainly just concussions, which is going to affect him in the long run. And when that happens, someone's not going to be sticking around too long because has serious long term consequences. Joe, we lost your video there. You still there, bub? Well, I guess I'll just take this one. Oh, I got this one. Go ahead, sit back, everyone. Just calm down, calm down. Tua and the Waddle connection and the Tyreek Hill connection are insanely powerful. Tua plays the same kind of football that they like to play. They're very rough and straight in your face. It's a pounding football game. I mean, they got good running backs in Wilson Jr. and what's his name, Mostert. So they can run the ball too and open it up. If he can just stay healthy, they're gonna lose. I mean, no questions asked. But if he can just stay healthy, they could have pushed a lot farther. They might even have a chance at beating Buffalo. There you are. What happened there, bub?
Someone knocked on my door.
Someone knocked on your door. Okay. Well, I'm sitting here having a conversation with myself like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg. Name that movie. Name that movie.
I don't know, man.
Oh, come on. All right, put in the comments if you know that movie. Like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg.
I gotta think about it.
Oh man, it's so good.
Well, is it kind of weird that Mike McDaniel's job is allegedly in jeopardy too after 1 year, and they had that explosive start to 8-3. I understand they lost 5 straight, but isn't it a little bizarre that his job's already kind of allegedly on the line, even though they made
there's something severely wrong in the NFL right now where they're giving everybody one and dones, and I don't get it. Like even half years, they just fired Lovey, who by no means do I think
we're gonna get there in a sec.
I know, but I just got to say this. By no means do I think that he's a great coach. Okay, but they fired him after a win. They won, and he's like, "All right, get out of here." All right. So what I'm trying to say is, there's seriously a problem in the NFL. One and done, no chances like Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, God. Okay. All right. We should just keep on that topic because
Well, what about what's his name last year in Jacksonville that got fired? Did he deserve 4 years?
Yeah,
No, he
dude. It drives me
uh,
nuts.
come on, what was his name?
I don't know. You have to punch it in. You're gonna Google it. But okay.
Urban Meyer. You think Urban Meyer deserved three
Yeah.
years with all the shenanigans he
Well, that's because he's a college coach. That's why. College is a lot different than a real football game. Okay.
Well, here's the thing
Uh,
with the coaching carousel. I mean, it's a results driven business, The NFL, unlike the NBA, MLB, or NHL, where they have long seasons that they can like progress and develop players, make trades, and grow, it's quick, man. The
well,
NFL,
yeah. What, 18 weeks, and then in baseball you have like 182 games, and in basketball you have what? How many? You tell me.
you have 82 in basketball, you have 140 in baseball, and then I think you have like 85 in hockey or something like that.
Yeah. See, so here's the thing, though. Still, I mean, you're only giving them 18 weeks. That's that's not enough time. That's not even a half a year. I mean,
And so on that, so yeah, I mean, with Mike McDaniel, I mean, he proved that he can play. He proved he can coach and coach Tua up. I mean, Tua did a lot better this year than his last couple of years. I know Tyreek
yeah.
Hill definitely helped. I heard you talk on Jalen Waddle. I think Dolphins they just need to ride it. And then, Schefter came out with that report saying the NFL just kind of reminded all 32 teams, hey, y'all have spent like $800 million paying out previously fired coaches still on contracts, in their first and second year. So just keep an eye on that. And we're literally burning through money.
It might just be a get rich quick scheme.
Oh, it is. I mean,
They're
so
like, hey,
I
your
mean,
kid goes to the same school as me. You want to be a head coach for a couple,
so
half
Nathaniel
a year?
Hackett, he signed a 4-year deal. He's getting paid for the next 4 years from the Broncos. Shit. I mean,
Ridiculous.
Cliff Kingsbury, he signed an extension this last offseason. Then he gets canned.
That's what I was getting around to real quick is with Nathaniel Hackett. That whole thing was a scam because he's got a brand new quarterback in a brand new system, and they don't even give him like 3/4 of a year. Are you kidding me? That's bull.
He
And
gave
Russell
like,
Wilson did not perform. It's not like he was out there
like
doing.
7/8 of the season because they only played 2 games without him.
It don't matter. That's not my point. You're still missing the point. My point is it's a scam. It's a goddamn scam. Okay.
Well,
You don't spend 18 weeks with somebody and then be like, all right.
let's not act like we all know why Nathaniel Hackett was brought to Denver and hired as the head coach. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
because
you
that
can't keep,
didn't happen, they had to go with a consolation plan, and who knows
bro.
how bad this was going to be, this matchup, this pairing.
That says one of two things. Okay, the first thing is they're a bunch of morons for signing a 4-year deal with him. Okay, and thinking that's going to happen, or two, they're
Well, he
just
probably would.
they're
That
just bad with money. They're
was
just
probably part
bad
of the
money managers.
negotiation where Nathaniel Hackett wasn't going to come here unless it was a 4-year deal. Maybe Denver wanted to only give him 3 years, and Nathaniel's like, no, I
But
want.
that's what I'm saying. Then they wouldn't have signed that deal thinking Aaron Rodgers is going to come with them if they didn't fucking know he was going to come with them. So you're missing my point. Is that
They're
would be,
rolling the gamble. They're rolling on.
bro? You're not even letting me
No,
talk
I
right
heard
now.
you. I'm just saying that they're just rolling with it. Like we'll gamble that maybe we can get Rodgers here. I mean, that's the biggest thing. If you
Well,
can
what
get,
does that say for the people watching the damn thing and paying attention to this stuff? Is that the NFL is irresponsible with their money and like all these organizations and the
oh, they're
owners are
absolutely irresponsible.
terrible? Yeah. Then maybe we should just lower wages. Maximum $100,000 a year. That's it for everybody across the board.
I think with COVID,
Cheerleaders get paid $100,000 a year.
I
Same
think
thing as the quarterback.
I think with COVID, they didn't even really lose money because the salary cap went up a little bit after the COVID season, and you can only imagine how much money the NFL lost with COVID in 2020.
Well,
No fans in the stands.
this is dumb.
Allegedly, they kind of broke even, which is crazy to hear.
This pisses me off that like that this happens. It's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so
fired up. I'm fired up, and I lost track. I'm like honestly just so angry that.
with Lovie Smith, though, I think he was set up to fail. There's no question. Also with Lovie Smith, I agree with you. I don't think he's that great of a coach. I think he's more of a coordinator, defensive coordinator, than he is a head coach. But if you recall last offseason when all these head coaching vacancies were getting filled, and then there was the outcry of the lack of minority coaches getting positions. So I think the Houston Texans felt that pressure and just decided to hire him. I know
Yeah.
they went on a rant about that. It's like he was set up for failure. I mean,
Well, he was a big
how you gonna fire him after 1 year? I mean, you gotta give him at least 3 years, like you said.
advocate for like saying the NFL doesn't have enough black head coaches, which they don't. But I'm not trying to take this in any wrong way, but there's a large population of NFL players that are primarily black. And when it comes to head coaching, it's more about, are you going to lead a team to win? Like we just had a whole discussion about, after 1 year, you can get fired easily, like he did. But he was the head coach for the Bears for whatever
He
X
got to
amount
the
of
Super
years.
Bowl with the Bears against
Yeah.
Tony Dungy was the Colts' head coach.
And
Remember
then he also was on the Buccaneers. So it's not
that?
like he hasn't had his fair share of opportunities.
Oh, he's had a good amount, yeah.
Yeah, to.
Obviously that minority coaches don't get those opportunities, which the statistics are proving that. But the point I want to make is I feel like the Houston Texans kind of got peer pressured into hiring Lovie Smith as a minority head coach.
Well,
And
yeah, they're like, oh, we fucked up with Deshaun Watson. Let's make this look good.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think that was their pick. Oh yeah, because no, their pick was that quarterback.
What quarterback?
I can't remember his name. It was a white dude. I can't remember his name, but he was their.
Oh, of course it was a white dude.
He was their pick. It was I can't think of it. I can't think of his name. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, but it goes to the larger view of like cutting people short. Cliff Kingsbury, like we said. Who else got fired? Yeah, Nathaniel Hackett, like you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing in Denver, it's like you're already paid the quarterback, so you can't fire him.
Well, they're gonna pay Nathaniel. What are you talking about? We just said.
Oh, I know, but the coach's salary doesn't count against the salary cap though.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. But I mean, still.
Oh, we can go back to Lamar Jackson, brother. We went on a whole tangent there with the
Yeah.
coach.
Well, that's what we need to do is go on tangent. We just got to go with the flow. You got to stop.
Oh, and then Sean Payton, where's he going? Allegedly he's going.
Okay. All right. Finish up your Lamar rant since you just brought it back. Or Lamar, excuse me. Plug. What's going on with Lamar, Joe?
Oh,
he's not playing. Oh, what a shocker! What a shocker! He hasn't played the last like 6 fucking games.
He's missed the last 17 practices too.
Gosh, that's insane. How? Yeah. Well, where's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? He's trying to get a contract signed, and he's not even playing football.
There's a lot of speculation that he might just go. I mean, there's a lot of speculation the Ravens should just look to trade him because the body language of the organization just says like we really don't want to pay you all the money that you respectfully are owed, but then your availability comes into question once again.
He's almost shooting himself in the foot. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think both parties have been, to be honest with you. And then Lamar doesn't have an agent, so he's negotiating for himself, which is kind of another double whammy.
It's very pitiful on both their parts. Honestly, they're acting like, once again, the NFL is acting like a bunch of sissies. They're not just sitting down and having conversations.
All about money. Yeah,
it's all about the money. It's like it's ridiculous. Like,
and I feel like if Lamar signs there long term, like on a 5-year deal, they can definitely build a team around him and get deep in the playoffs to be in that conversation with the Cincinnati's, the Kansas City's, the Buffalo's.
He hasn't played for these last few weeks. And they're still in the playoffs at a very high
won the MVP years ago.
It's ridiculous.
I
think actually, you know what? We should next year just say screw the NFL and let's switch to XFL or Powerpuff League or whatever the hell it is. The one, the girls in the
lingerie league.
Lingerie league. Let's go to the lingerie league because less money, just all about football. You got skill, you get paid.
Well, here's the problem with crossing over to the XFL or the USFL. It happens during the off season. I mean, are we really crossing over? We're just filling our time.
I mean, I just want to talk football, not damn money. This money bullshit.
I'll give you that.
You give me $1 million and I will go coach a team. Okay. And if I win 2 games, I'm doing better than most of these coaches that get
fired. You're doing a lot better, yeah.
All right. So that's Lamar Jackson. That's Tua. We talked about the injuries. We already just went on this whole like sidetrack rant of our current coaching carousel. That being said, Sean Payton is back up. He's getting ready to go somewhere. I mean, have you watched him on Fox NFL Sunday?
I know he's always like, shh,
Well, there's that, and also he's not that entertaining. I'm just gonna say it.
He's not entertaining, but I like him on Colin because he's very insightful. He gives you all this information.
Yeah.
He's a more of a interviewee, someone you not to be per se. And
like that, or even like doing like a Tony Romo thing would be good for him because he can kind of see what's going on. Like
color analyst, yeah.
Well, yeah. Because when he's talking with them, they're funny, they're having a good time, they're just jiving, and
And then
he's
he
just
just brings
like,
out the X's and O's and the black and white
yeah,
football, like
he's just very serious. He's like, all right,
I,
when you play tic
pretty
tac
serious.
toe, you go into the middle circle or middle square first. You got to be careful there because that's a
It's
danger zone.
weird. Cut him some slack. I hear
Well,
you.
someone's gonna cut him a fat check, so he doesn't need my slack.
Yeah, no,
Where's he gonna end up?
I think he ends up in Denver. I think the Walton family, they're going to be throwing as much money as possible to remedy the situation and remedy this roller coaster of the Let's Ride era of Russell Wilson. And
You
allegedly,
think I want to go there just
I
because of the
think,
money? Is it because of the money?
well, I think the money plays a part of it, but I think with listening to Sean Payton on he interviews he goes on Colin Cowherd's show every Monday. It's like a 25-minute little segment. It's great content for football. And the way he talks is like he's still a firm believer in Teddy Bridgewater, if you can believe that. Like,
Nice.
I mean, he's still a firm believer in him, which is
Getting two gloves, baby.
beyond me, but all
The
power to
one
him.
and only.
I think with Sean Payton, based on what I've heard and the way he talks about things and the status of the league and all these teams, I think he wants more the challenge of trying to turn Russell Wilson's narrative around and turn him back to that guy that he was in Seattle. I think it's about the challenge.
That's an interesting take. But I would challenge that red flag there, and say if that was his on his agenda, like one of his higher priorities, wouldn't he want to go with Kyler Murray? Because
So you're not wrong. I don't
because
disagree.
Kyler is like a totally different quarterback than what he's used to. Because I mean, think about it. Him and Drew Brees have been like,
Kyler is a younger version of Russell Wilson.
yeah, but he's a younger version, sure, but his play style's still a little different. Like younger version is different than his play style. His play style is
Mobile
more,
quarterback that could still launch it 50 yards down the field, but could still scramble
yeah.
on any given play.
But I think I don't really think that Denver needs a super lot of help, honestly.
No, they don't. And no, they're more ready than the Cardinals are now that the Cardinals allegedly want to trade D Hop, and JJ Watt retired.
And this speaks back to your point of if he's trying to look for a challenge, go to the Cardinals.
Well, maybe the Cardinals aren't willing to fork out 15, 20 million a year though.
Oh, they have an interview set up with him already.
Okay.
They're willing to work anything with him.
But then here's the other thing is like Kyler Murray's out for at least half to 3/4 of next year already because of the torn ACL injury that he took on.
Even more of a challenge, dude.
Well, I think he wants the challenge of trying to remedy the ship with also Super Bowl potential. Let's put it that way. I think the Broncos are more ready than the Cardinals in that scenario.
Yeah, Justin Simmons tied for first with the most interceptions last year.
Actually,
or this year.
Also, if he doesn't go to Denver and if the Denver situation doesn't work out and the Chargers fire their head coach, he goes straight to the Chargers. No question. No question.
Homie hopping? No.
Yeah, I think he goes to the Chargers. If the Chargers eventually fire their head coach, I think he goes to the Chargers.
You remember? Okay, you remember homie hopping? You remember that whole saying?
No.
Like when you don't remember that? Like it's when one of the girls in the group is a homie hopper, so she'll this dude and then like homie hop to the next guy. Sorry, that could be Sean Payton.
Well, I mean, he has yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's a homie hopper.
I think the Chargers. I think he can go to the Chargers too, and I think he can definitely get that team deep.
I mean, if he can get to the Fox NFL Sunday after doing the whole Saints thing, yeah, of course he can hop to the Cardinals and then the Chargers. He's the homie hopper. All right. So your boy McVay, what is he gonna do? What's happening?
I think he stays.
I don't know why you'd fire him.
Why not? What?
I don't know why you'd fire him. No, I said I don't know why you.
I mean, they had this conversation last year for the Super Bowl. Like, is this gonna be Sean McVay's last game with the Rams? And then they had it like a year or two prior as well. But the consistent reports have been that Sean McVay's ties to the Rams and his future basically lays in the lap of how long Stafford and Donald are going to play for, and before they retire. And at that point, he would just leave and just take a couple of years off, go to the broadcasting booth. I personally think he's going to be back next year. I think he's going to ride it out for at least the next 3 years, in my personal opinion. Maybe try to find the right heir to take, like the right offensive coordinator / coach to take his position. I know the rules or the rumors, the speculation is he's telling his guys to go look for new opportunities, but he's told them that every offseason. Now they're just more intensively, putting that out there and reporting that because of all the speculation of whether he may or may not go.
He's a coach of the people, is what he is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And
I respect him. I think he's probably the best part of your team, if I'm being honest.
oh man, well he's close. I don't know that bad man number 99 on the other side. I will tell you.
Oh God.
Like, I mean,
Aaron
here's the thing. I mean, he's
Donald.
had so much happen in the last couple of years. He got married, he won the Super Bowl, then he had this disastrous season, moved, from Washington to LA. And he's had a lot going on for his late 30s, man. Probably wants to start a family and get that rolling too. So
You know, Aaron Donald and what's his name?
Stafford.
McDonald, Ronald McDonald. The thing that they have in common is they're both clowns.
Oh my God. Just the hate of someone that doesn't have the best defensive player in the league. Well, here's the thing, too. Here's something else to keep an eye on. Sean McVay, 37, right? So he's kind of at that age where professional athletes retire and they just take 5 years off before they do anything. So he's kind of at that point of his that, age group, too. So maybe he just wants to take a couple of years off and enjoy his life a little bit.
I mean, no, he can't because he's dude. He's at the top of the mountain, but he's only halfway up.
I argue he's at the tippity top.
I really do like McVay, and I think he needs to stay there and he needs to keep developing that team because I don't want him to end up either like another one of these trash, couple of years, see you later because we suck. NFL, like goodbye. The NFL goodbye. Ooh, that's it. The NFL goodbye. That's
NFL goodbye. There we go.
Let's put that in our little, section there, our little comment section. NFL goodbye. We should start doing a word of the day. Let's do that. We'll do a word of the day and try to use it as many times as we can in each podcast. This one's going to be the NFL goodbye, even though this episode's almost over. Okay, the NFL goodbye. All right, NFL goodbye. So, who we saying bye to on this roadmap to the Super Bowl? All right, who you got this week? Do you want to read the matchups? Should we go over the matchups?
Go over the matchups, and we'll decide who's going by. First off, this Saturday, well, we'll get the playoffs starting on Saturday.
Ooh, Saturday.
Baby. We got the Seahawks at the 49ers. Who we saying goodbye to, Nick?
We're saying adios, sea pigeons. See you later.
Go fishing. Time to go fishing, baby. Go fishing in your bay, man. Look, I mean, 10.5-point spread. I mean, we all know the Niners are the real deal, man. There's no way they're not beat. They've already beat the Seahawks twice this year. You'll be hard pressed to tell you otherwise.
I'm not hard pressed to tell you otherwise because I completely 110% agree. I did not take the points, but I think potentially that this could be one of those games because Purdy might have a little bit of pressure, so he might be a little bit more like.
We're gonna talk about the opinions mostly, or we're gonna talk about the Shark Chomp.
We're on opinions mostly, baby. You're the one and only, baby. Snoop D Double G. No, okay.
Oh,
right, but
Saturday night.
I'm just putting that out there. Saturday night, go for it. Go.
We got the Chargers at the Jaguars. Who are we saying goodbye to?
Adios, Jaguar.
Really?
What do you mean, really, dude?
Adios to the Chargers, man.
Bruh.
I'm saying adios to the Chargers. I think, like I said, I think the Jaguars are hitting their stride right now, baby. They're capable of anything right now in the playoffs, man.
The Jaguars' stride just ended, okay? And it came when the fucking thunderbolt came from the sky and struck them down. Because they're in the middle of a jungle.
Good thing there's not going to be any overcast in Jacksonville this weekend, baby. It's going to be a clear night sky for Trevor Lawrence to take over, just like in his Clemson days, baby.
Weren't you preaching to me how great what's his name, Eckler is?
Yeah, I mean that's just one component of the team.
Hold on. He has the most touchdowns this whole season.
Josh Jacobs does actually.
No, he doesn't. Look it up.
All right,
Look it up. I promise you, he doesn't. Josh Jacobs has more rushing yards, but not more touchdowns. So my point being, he's about to put up some numbers, bro. He's going to go off. This weekend.
We're both wrong.
No, we're not. I'm right. You're wrong.
Jamal Williams does.
Has what, most touchdowns? No. No. He has the most rushing touchdowns. I'm not talking about rushing touchdowns. I'm talking about touchdowns. Okay, the most touchdowns.
Oh, you talking about combo?
Yeah, because pass rush is just as you know what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I'm still going to take Jacksonville. I'm sorry. I think this game's on upset alert.
But I need you to say one thing. Was I right about Austin Eckler having the most touchdowns this season? Yeah. Okay. Shut the fuck
I
up.
couldn't find the I couldn't find the combo tab with the stats on it. All right, Sunday, Dolphins at the Bills. Who we saying goodbye to? One, two, three. Lions.
Dolphins.
Thank you. Let's go. The
I
time was
mean,
impeccable on Zoom with the delay.
yeah, I know. And you said Miami, which made it even worse.
Look, they're playing
Um,
their three quarterback. Take two gloves, ain't playing.
bro, I think if Tua was starting, they might have a chance. Like they might be able to sneak one, sneak away with it. But yeah, I mean, you have to be stupid, I guess, to vote against Buffalo right now.
Yeah, there's no question, man. I mean, Buffalo's got the moral victory that they need to finish out the season with, and get the Super Bowl for
I know we're about to disagree on this one, so I'm going to ask. New York at Minnesota.
who are we saying goodbye to?
Who are you saying goodbye to?
I'm saying goodbye to New York. You're gonna take the upset, aren't you?
Oh, no. I thought for sure you were going to say New York's going to pull off a upset.
Oh no, I'm taking New York.
Okay, but think about it real quick. This is
I thought about it. New York.
prime time. This is prime time, Kirk.
Yeah, I'll take NFL goodbye to New York.
All right.
I thought about it, processed. Yes, I'm taking.
I agree. Justin Jefferson, I said it back earlier, a couple episodes ago that he wasn't the guy like Stephon Diggs was. Well, I was proved wrong. Okay, I can admit when I'm wrong. Scott, shout out to Scott. All right, shout out to my bitch. All right, real quick. I'm gonna say Justin Jefferson pops off in this game and just makes a mockery out of
Oh,
New York.
I agree. 3 touchdowns minimum.
Backs. Oh yeah. No, well, that's a lot. At 3, I was gonna say 2, but 3 if you want to go that far.
3 minimum.
All right. Let me ask you this one: shitty Baltimore at the best Cincinnati team you've seen in a long time.
Let's just skip that over that and go to Monday night.
Oh, okay, Monday night.
NFL goodbye to Baltimore. There's no question. I mean, the point spread's not
obviously. Lamar Jackson's the only person on the Baltimore team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not playing.
Campbell on defense, but he's a shell of himself.
So yeah, it's hard to win a game with a one-man roster where he's injured.
Monday night, this might be the most watched playoff game in NFL history.
Dude, this is gonna be actually a good game. This is gonna be a good
goodbye
game.
Goodbye to.
Who are you saying goodbye to? I gotta know.
I'm saying goodbye to Tampa Brady. I'm taking the Cowboys with the win here.
If this happens, I'm gonna smoke a cigar like Stephen A. on this thing because I'm saying goodbye to the Dallas.
How do?
Bye Dallas. The stars over there.
You're saying the Dallas Cowboys Christmas gifts coming later this year?
They ain't getting no Christmas gifts for the next 3 years, bro.
Oh, like a big fat L. Their
big
Christmas
fat L. Oh yeah. The Christmas gift ended early, so that way they don't have to suffer. Right.
Look, I think Dak and the Cowboys have a bounce back game. Obviously, terrible outing from Washington, but I think they have a bounce back game. And here's the thing: is as good as Tom Brady is, and he is with overcoming things, I don't think he can overcome how bad his team is. And 11 from heaven on the other side of the ball, he's going to be after him all night.
Here's the problem with that statement: it's a Monday night game where the lights shine bright.
Mm-hmm.
Brady might be his last year. He's under center. All right. He's looking around and he's like, I'm in Tampa Bay, motherfucker. I got to prove myself because Giselle and me, obviously,
who won
having a problem. And he's going to go, you know what? Fuck that bitch. Hey! And hit Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for 4 touchdowns. It's going to be a game for Brady.
So many people are so up and hype about Tom Brady and the Buccaneers pulling at us. I mean, I understand the Cowboys can definitely step on their toes and shoot themselves in the foot, but I don't see any way they cannot lose this game, in my opinion, unless they come out and Dak throws for 4 interceptions. But I think they tighten it up and get dialed
which
in.
He's done 4 times this season.
And I understand. I think Mike McCarthy pulls out the old green and yellow and just really coaches the way he did in 2010 for this game.
And I was gonna say 2010 was 12 years ago. If he coaches like that again, I'll be fucking shocked, bro. No. I mean, Jesus Christ, his memory's gone. It's been fucking that many years, 12 years.
I think, yeah, I'm saying NFL goodbye to Tampa Bay this weekend.
All right. Well, all right, good. It's good to have some disagreements on this because we agreed, I think, on everything except for that game. So that's going to be one to watch, like I said, for
Oh,
sure.
Jacksonville and the Chargers.
Oh God, I forgot you're picking Jacksonville. You are high on Jacksonville, and I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. They
No,
were literally, they were like, it took them this long.
he is believing.
It took them this long to get into the playoffs to win the division, all the way to like the last weekend possible.
Well, think about it. Who thought we'd be having this conversation in week 1 of the NFL season? The Jacksonville Jaguars be hosting a wild card playoff game.
They're not hosting.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Jaguars are home. Yeah.
Jacksonville's home. Are you fucking shitting me?
No. Chargers
Oh
are
my
on the road.
God.
The
How
Chiefs.
the hell?
The Chiefs
How
won.
did they? Oh yeah, yeah. Duh, idiot. Yeah. Okay, but still, hold on. That does not. That does.
Team is believing.
I'm gonna poke you right in your fucking eye. It does not speak to the fact that it took them 18 weeks to win their division,
I say development.
or 17 weeks.
I mean, you could say it was set up for them to win.
Hold
Because
on. 17 weeks to develop. Yet we gave our head coaches 15 weeks, and then see you later.
I'm talking about one head coach, man.
No, we're not talking about one head
But
coach.
Pearson turned that franchise around. They got them. He got them believing in themselves, no question. But I mean, to be fair, we talked about it last week. I had the Colts winning this division. Tennessee just completely, barely crawled to the finish line with all the injuries they've had in every position. The Texans are the Texans, so obviously this is the two Southern conferences were the worst divisions, or the two Southern divisions were the worst conference, the worst division in each conference.
Yeah, okay, but that's why I'm saying you're still picking Jacksonville. That's the dumbest
Yes,
fucking thing I've ever heard.
they've been riding hot, baby. They've been riding hot. They
All right,
beat
you heard it. You heard it here first, folks. The dumbest
the,
fucking take.
they beat the Ravens with Lamar. They beat the Dolphins with Tua. They beat the Cowboys with Dak. They got
The,
some solid wins under their belt. There's no doubt.
the dumbest take I've ever heard. All right. Well, if they win, I will. What should I do?
Eat some
Lick the
frog
bottom.
legs, like
Lick
Shaquille
the
O'Neal
bottom.
did
Oh
tonight.
yeah, that sounds good. Actually. Oh yeah, I love frog legs. All right. Joe, let's wrap this up. I think we've been rambling a lot, but it's actually been a really good episode. I think.
Fantastic. Leave your comments in the below if you love my.
Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe, please. You guys don't even fucking do it, so fuck you. If you're watching this long, thank you. But everyone else, fuck off. Which they won't hear me. All right. Facts in Carr.
Entirely. All right. Well, this
What do you
week
got?
with the wild card, I thought I'd pull out not one, not two, not three. I think it is three actually. Oh, it's
Oh,
four.
here's the fourth one. I was close. I was closer. There's 162 baseball games every year. I said 182. You said 140. It's 160.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right. I'm closer. All right, that's fact number 5, I guess, since you have 4. Go.
All right. On that note with good old Ron Rodgers, ironically, we're talking about him leaving the Packers again, but with the conclusion of this season, he's the longest tenured quarterback in the NFL, 18 years.
Woo! Shit. I thought you were gonna say he's the only quarterback to leave the team 5 times, but still come back.
Behind that, I think it's like Tom Brady and then Peyton Manning with the Colts.
Wow. Yeah, good for Rodgers. See, it's your boy.
For the first time since 1999, this is facts entirely number 2. First time since 1999, all 3 Florida teams are in the playoffs: Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville.
Whoa! Fucking Titans failed us on that one. They could have shut that shit down. All right.
I think, and then last but not least, this
Wait, I
is
thought you got 4.
okay. Yeah, I can do that for our second to last.
3.
First season without these teams in the playoffs since 2000. 3 teams: the Steelers, Patriots, and Packers.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Kind of the passing of the torch, if you think about it.
It's not. No, it's not. It's a fluke year.
Oh. And then going back to our coaching carousel, we talked about facts entirely number 4. I think this is going to be much appreciated by Nick, of all people, when he talked about the coaching carousel and only getting 75% of the season to coach.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers have had a total of 3 head coaches since 1969. 3 head coaches.
And that's why they've won the most Super Bowls.
Meanwhile,
Tell me I'm wrong.
Meanwhile, the Texans have had 4 different head coaches over the last 3 seasons.
Tell me I'm wrong. God.
Dysfunction in the industry.
This
And
is
that's
exactly
facts
what I'm
entirely-
talking about.
And that's facts entirely for you this week.
Those were great. Those were fantastic facts, Joe. You know what? Everyone, let's just give a little hand of applause right here, around. Good job, Joe.
You did a little hand clap there, yeah.
Oh, there you go. The little hand clap, Nody. Dude, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Okay. Because it only adds validation to my genius that comes with the football that I.
It also adds that it also validates just consistency of how good your ownership is for a respective team,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, every year that the longer you're with the head coach, anyways, you don't have to pay him as much. So if you're a smart owner, I mean, that's what you should be doing, right? Investing
the
in
more
that
success you get, the more money you get where you can pay more people.
Or exactly. Any way you want to look at it. Any way you want to cut it.
Better candidates, better players.
Mm-hmm.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Little Caesars.
Papa John's. What? Little Caesars. Little Caesars. Yeah.
All right, Shark Chomp, let's get it. Let's get that
Sure.
graphic going right now.
I don't know.
Nick, I add the music in. You don't need to improvise.
Son of a bitch. All right. So I'm gonna be frank with you. Frank. Last week we didn't hit because we got screwed. We should have hit all the way through the third quarter on every single game.
Last week it was shenanigans, man. It's hard to
it was a little messy. I did end up winning some of my other bets because I bet a lot. So I have money to play with. So here's what I'm doing. Right now. I'm only betting on the Saturday games for this parlay for this episode because it's Thursday. 4-game, same game. San Francisco 49ers taking the money line. George Kittle to score a touchdown.
Oh, there's no question.
Los Angeles Chargers with the win, Joe. And Austin Eckler, anytime touchdown. All right?
Anytime touchdown.
So I got all 4 of those. I'm putting $20 on it. Nice $20 bill to win me a nice $141.05 bill. All right?
Ooh.
That's $141 in your pocket. All right?
Well,
I know.
Follow that
Go
one.
ahead. Go ahead. Here we go.
But, yeah.
Such a believer in the fucking Jaguars, and I don't understand it. Just another guy. Except it's a team of just another guys. Ay. Ugh. Absolutely unreal. Anyways, that's my 4-game, 4-leg, same game parlay. Get in on it. It's gonna hit. I just got a feeling in my phone.
Next week I'm doing Shark Chomp, man. This is ridiculous.
Oh, please do. Please fucking do. Okay.
I might just use the FanDuel code as well, so we both can get some money.
That's right. Is it legal?
Yeah, of course it is.
And you haven't even bet yet, and you're my co-host?
I have 3 burner accounts, so we're good. I've created 3 different identities in Colorado.
3 different social security numbers.
The county now. I got the connects.
Joe, you got anything else you want to add? Joe from the county, you got the connects.
This will be I think this will be as fun as any other playoffs we've seen. First round's a little shaky, as it always is with some of these blowouts and mismatches. The Chargers against the Jaguars, huge mismatch for LA, man. That's a huge mismatch. So it'll be a lot of fun for sure.
You are the fucking worst.
I think, like I said, Monday night will probably be the most watched playoff game, non-Super Bowl in NFL history, probably. So
not in history, but in a long time, sure.
I'll take the history bet. I'll put 7 cases on that.
We'll have to dig deeper into that next weekend.
7 cases of Dr. Pepper.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching this far. You can get us at opinionsmostlypodcast@gmail.com.
Or comment.
Look at our Twitter. Hit up opinionsmostly4 and leave likes, comments, subscriptions, whatever. I don't know, bing bongs, bangs, all the good things. Please get us going here, guys. We need your help. We're gonna probably try to give away something here in the near future.
But before we give away something, buy us some scratchers that are winning.
Buy some winning scratchers. How's that work? You buy them, you scan them, it says winner, then you ship it to us. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching. We love you guys. please leave some questions too. We want to answer some questions. It could be about anything. We're gonna have to make this transition here pretty soon into a weekly podcast where we're gonna talk about all kinds of things, mostly
Baseball
pop
starts
culture.
up here soon, man.
We're gonna talk about sports, of course, but a lot of pop culture, just random weird things. We're gonna get a little more controversial than we have actually. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of shenanigans. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can join us on our journey. All right, love you guys. Till next time, Joe.
Next time.
Wild Card Weekend, bitches!
Woo-hoo!